And we are live.
People start showing it.
Nah. You refresh that one. Okay, there we go. Just click on it so that we can see.
You see him over here. Oh, that's it.
Yeah. We can leave it
You
muted.
see him over here. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can leave it muted.
You see him over here.
Podcast day.
Podcast one.
Let's talk about it day. We'll give a few people a minute to come in before we start. But like we said in our last video, things will be posted to our pages. So anybody that can't attend the live conversations can always just go back and watch it. We'll make sure we post everything. If you're in here, let me know if you can hear me. Do I sound okay?
There's Avi.
Hi, Avi. Hey, sis.
Scared.
The manager is in the room, you guys.
The what?
The manager.
The manager.
The manager. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and dig in because we don't want to hold anybody long. We won't be very long, but we want to go ahead and get this episode started.
Mm-hmm.
So today's wine of the night is Roscato. Should you get it in there?
Mm-hmm.
It's the red. It's sweet. It's been chilled. We had it in the fridge and then we took it out and let it kind of simmer down a little bit. So we're gonna pour up our glass. Y'all get y'all glass of wine and let's talk.
Wind down with the Wilsons.
Wind down with the Wilsons. And some things will change like over time as we progress in what we're doing. Things will change. We'll add stuff, and it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be super dope. Melvin pouring us up. Thank you.
Ain't trying to drink to get drunk.
No, we don't drink to get drunk. Make sure you swivel it. You gotta look for your legs. Anybody that drink wine, you already know.
The legs.
Gotta look the legs when you stir it.
Y'all can tell I don't drink wine a lot. You talking about the legs.
You gotta look for the legs. Who know about the legs? Y'all know about the legs. So the legs that come down on your wine glass are what tells you like how strong it is, like how strong that wine is. It was like got a lot of legs.
Taylor Port probably got a whole bunch of legs.
I don't drink that.
It's wine.
Y'all do not need to be drinking Taylor Port. You should be cooking with Taylor Port.
Taylor Port
not
wine.
Gulping it down. But y'all do y'all. I'm not gonna judge.
Toast.
All right.
To the first Wind Down with the Wilsons episode.
Toast. All right. So today's topic is,
what is your idea of a fulfilling love life?
so do you want to go first?
You can go first. Ladies first.
Put me out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go first. My idea of a fulfilling love life is every aspect being touched on. So the emotional, the physical, the mental, and I feel like all of those play a role, and the spiritual too. Like I don't want to go too deep on y'all, but the way your spiritual life line up has a lot to do with the way your love life line up too. But that's just my take on it through my life experiences. So something that I've noticed is that when we're happy in our love life, we're happy in other areas of our life as well. Being fulfilled in your love life is being with the right person, somebody who you can talk to on a real raw basis. You don't have to sugarcoat things, and they don't have to sugarcoat things for you either. But not only that, not just being raw, but also being compassionate and affectionate. Everybody has different love languages, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yours is physical touch.
Mine is physical touch. I like to be touched. Don't you like to be touched?
Yeah.
Like to be touched?
But well,
you know what? But his love language is words of affirmation and acts of service.
mm-hmm.
He came out for both of those. My strongest one was physical touch. But that is very like the love languages. And if maybe we can drop a link to take the love language quiz, because that is a real thing. And that really, I think, helps build relationships too. Because the only way you can be in a fulfilled love, the only way your love life can be fulfilled is if the person that's loving you is loving you the right way. Right?
I think yeah. The thing about that is, well, I don't know the statistics on it, but I feel like most guys, when it comes to physical touch, not that we don't like to hug or whatever the case is, but I just feel like maybe it's not as prominent as for women.
Okay.
Think about it. Like a lot of men, if they ain't got no woman, how often do they get touched? Like how often they hug somebody if it's not their mom?
But then that make them real happy when a woman do want to come rub their shoulder.
Yeah, cause you gotta think about it. Like I saw a video on Instagram. Well, it was on TikTok, but I saw it on Instagram, and the lady said she hasn't been like physically touched in like 5 years. So she said she don't get hugs,
sorry, ma'am.
Or she get like side hugs or whatever. But
side hugs.
Yeah, and she was like, if I get a hug, she's like, those people don't really. I'll be stupid. She said, if I do get a hug, she was like, those people don't love me. Like if I go get my nails done, she said the nail lady don't love her, or she get her hair done. Yeah. But a lot of men don't get, like, if I wasn't married, I probably wouldn't get. How often you think I would get like a hug?
I don't know. It depends on if you had a girlfriend or not. If you weren't
I'm just
married.
saying a single man.
A single man, I don't know. It depends on what they do in their single ways. Any single man listening in tonight, can y'all tell us what y'all do? Physical touch.
A single man, because you got to think about it. It ain't every man. I mean, regardless of what people say, it's a small percentage of men that actually have a whole bunch of women in their
I do agree with that.
Like all the men,
I can agree with that.
All men ain't out here doing everything every day, all week.
Right. But then at the same time, if you think about single women that may enjoy physical touch, but how often do they get touched?
Women more prone to, like, if you see your friends, hey girl, y'all gonna give a hug.
I mean, y'all be dapping each other up and
yeah, but that's
beating each other on the back.
That's different unless you and your homeboys, like, y'all past that. Yeah. Y'all confident in y'all masculinity. Y'all don't feel like, oh, if I hug my homeboy, something wrong. No.
Right.
You can give your homeboys hugs, like, you tell them you love them.
Yeah.
But you ain't gotta feel
don't be scared to tell your homeboy you love them.
You ain't gotta feel like, oh, this is something wrong with this, or they gonna think I'm, whatever. Yeah. Because I gave my homeboy a hug.
Well, I think
some of y'all need a hug. Cause y'all walk around acting all hard all the time.
Like, y'all need a hug. But I would say that, like, if we're talking about, like having a fulfilled love life, beyond the love language aspect, what else goes into that?
I think you need to have like intimate conversations with whether it be your spouse or your significant other, whatever you want to call them.
Okay.
You gotta be able to talk, cause like after a long day, you just come home like, man, I can't wait to get home, cause I know when I get home, if I tell him or her or whoever about my day, they just gonna listen. They're gonna let me like just talk.
Yeah.
But more so, you can just talk to them, just in general, like about how much y'all love each other, like how you feel about each other, or how, if it's not going good, like, it's not going good.
Yeah.
And then sometimes there are conversations that people don't like to have, but that can help fulfill your love life. Cause it's like, well, one thing I won't say I don't agree with, because everybody different, but we don't argue. I don't believe that. You might
stop lying, Cletus. Everybody
You might not
argues.
have knockdown fallout
Right.
arguments, but everybody has disagreements.
Nobody just agrees with
You
everything.
might not call them arguments.
Right.
Everybody got disagreements.
I don't know any couple in my circle that don't argue or that don't have disagreements.
I put it this way: if you say we don't argue, or we don't have that, somebody lying or somebody cheating.
Somebody don't care enough to be present enough, and that's something that we
They
have
just-
to take into
They just flat
account.
out don't care.
Yeah, they don't care enough, or it just really don't matter to them. They just there to be there. But when you're invested in something, it's like taking your money and investing it in a company. You want to see it grow. You have determination to see your money grow from an investment. So if you're investing in a relationship, it should be the same thing. You should be determined for it to grow. And in order for it to grow, you're not gonna always agree with everything that the next person say.
Oh, because I know I want to say a lot of times.
I don't think we argue. I think we debate on different things.
Because a lot of y'all, oh, I don't believe in zodiac sign. No, Aries can be very. I'm an Aries. Aries can be very bullheaded,
Insensitive.
when we feel a certain way about something, ma'am.
Insensitive.
When we feel a certain way, that's the way we want to feel. But it's only because we react to how we react off people energy.
And I think that's the same with Capricorns.
Capricorns
can be very cold though.
Capricorns are cold. They'll tell you how they feel and not care about your feelings.
Not care.
But
I call myself a Sagicorn because I do have Sagittarius traits too.
AKA my wife is a water bag.
I am. The right thing will just take me there.
But I mean, hey, that make you well rounded.
Yeah. But anything else you want to add about the love life being fulfilled?
I mean, just knowing that you have just make sure you have a sense of happiness. Now I'm gonna say something like I've heard this from a lot of older people, especially my grandma. My grandma always said, don't marry for love. And people might, well, don't marry for love. Well, don't you have to love a person? Don't you have to love a person for that? Like, yes, you do. It is important to love someone, obviously, if you're going to marry them. But love isn't the only thing that can sustain a marriage, because there's going to be a time when you're going to be like, yeah, I love you, but I don't like you right now. Like, but love is not always going to be at its highest for you to just overcome everything.
Yeah.
So fulfilling love isn't the only aspect. You need to have other factors going into that. Like we said, whether it be how you telling them how you feel, or
partnership.
Marriage is
a partnership.
Give and take. You got to be able to understand the other person's side. Like, they're not always going to agree with everything you say. You're not always going to see eye to eye. But if you put in the work, and it's not even just marriage, just relationships in general, whether it be boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband, wife, or whatever the case is. Like, even friendships.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, even friendships, because fulfilling love life, it doesn't necessarily have to be just a relationship. That's true. Love is a choice. Like, love is a choice. You choose to love.
I agree with that.
You choose to love the person you with. You choose to love the people you're around. So that's not something that's should be taken lightly, because you made that decision. So you have to live and die with it. Like,
I choose to get up every morning and love you.
Exactly.
And
I think a lot of times people take love for granted. It's like, so somebody made a decision to love you, or either your friends, have love for you, and you feel the need, not even feel the need, you feel like it's okay to just, screw them over, whatever the case is. Like, if you got
because they love you.
Exactly. Well, my best friend loved me, so I'm not really gonna worry about if I hurt her feelings or hurt his feelings because he loved me. It's like, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife loved me, but if I hurt her, it's okay because she loved me. No, that's not right. So
Agreed.
if you make that decision, just make sure that you make it wholeheartedly, and you don't have any. You try to, I'll put it this way: you try not to have any regrets behind it, because people change every day. So,
I'll tap on that too. Like with people changing, we're human. Like yes, we're one, but we're human, and every day we change. Our preferences change. Our favorite foods change. The way our bodies operate change, and sometimes what worked 2-3 years ago, it's not gonna work anymore, and you have to be able to adjust to who your partner is now. And I like what Elisa said, team in life. That is exactly what it's about. You're a team, and anything that comes, you have to hit it head on as a team. There's nothing that I'm gonna leave my husband out to do by himself. I'm gonna support him 100%. Even though most of the time, if there's something wrong, he don't let me know unless it's absolutely necessary, because he doesn't want me in that worrying mindset. But that doesn't mean that he withholds information. That just means that I'm going to let her know if it gets to a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that, because although we want to share everything, as my husband being the head of my household, there's certain things that he's going to encounter that I won't. And that's why us as women and wives have to keep our husbands in prayer. We have to keep them lifted up, because we don't know the things that they might be going through in their mind. We don't know what's going on at work, or even if it's something going on at home that we don't know about. So that team aspect comes into play there, because you got to keep each other covered at the same time. So
yeah,
that's
so
my spiel.
It's plenty of stuff. It's plenty of stuff that I wouldn't. I won't say keep it from my wife, but as a man, it's stuff that we deal with or we come across, whether it be something that's dealing with bills or just the household or work in general. You don't want to, and that goes back to men sometimes not being able to really express their feelings or how they feel about certain things. But we don't always tell everything, like, because we don't want to burden them with stuff that they don't need to be worried about. Like, if it's something with a bill, like, like, hey, this, we missed this month. We don't normally miss it.
That's how you can communicate that.
But we missed this, like, we must just overlook it, whatever the reason is. Like, but I take care of it, or just go ahead and do it, and she'll see it as being taken care of, and not have to worry about it, because she got other stuff to worry about. That's what you really want to try to work. I mean, I won't say you really try to work. That worked for us.
Yeah.
Everything don't work for everybody the same way. I put it that way. So with the way that we operate, a lot of times, if it comes to stuff with money, like, I'll sometimes I consult my wife, or I'll tell her, like, hey, I did this, because that's our dynamic.
Everybody's different though.
Everybody different.
Every team operates differently. Hey, News.
Up, boy.
News 941 in the house.
Everybody operate different.
Yeah.
You always see these people like, oh, well, would y'all stay with somebody if they was doing 50-50, or...
Oh, I hate that question.
I'm like...
I hate that question.
First off, everybody...
Hate is a strong word, too.
Everybody shouldn't be in your business.
Exactly.
Secondly, whatever worked for you, work for you.
Yes.
If 50-50 work, cool. If it worked with a man, pay all the bills, and a woman, take care of the house and the kids or whatever, cool. Some people, their wife make more money than them, and they handle it that way. They just fine with it.
And that's their dynamic.
That's their dynamic. But don't judge people. I might be fulfilling their love. Like, hey, my wife wanted to do this, and she loved her career, and she make X amount of money, and I make what I make, but she love what she doing. So, hey, she the breadwinner. And that worked for some people, but everything don't work for everybody the same way. You got some people like, no, I would never let my man make less than me, make me pay, blah, blah, blah.
But you can't depict that. If you, like we just said, love is a choice. So if you choose to love somebody, you choose to marry them, you choose to build a life with them, you already know what's coming with that package before you say I do. before you even get into a relationship with that person, before you take it to that next level. So there is no, oh, I didn't know. No, you knew. And there, like that turning a blind eye to stuff, you have to hold yourself accountable for the decisions that you make. So if me and you get together and it turned out not to be what I thought it was going to be, but you showed signs of that before I made the decision to say yes. If you saw those signs, that's your quick exit. Like, you know that's not going to work for you. It was revealed to you before it happened.
Mm-hmm.
You have to follow your intuition or your discernment. See how that come back into play. So the only thing that I feel like we getting at with the fulfilling love life is love is a choice, yes. But you also choose every day to fulfill your love life, to give to your partner what you want in return. And whether it be financially, whether it be sexually, there's a lot of different aspects that don't even go there. There's a lot of different aspects
I just smile
that play a part in a relationship being successful, but in a fulfilling love life. Some people can have a fulfilled love life, but never want to get married. Mm-hmm. They feel like their love life is fulfilled for them.
Yep.
And that's their choice. That's their dynamic.
10, 15, 20 years.
Exactly.
Like, y'all can get married? Mm-mm.
No, they don't want to. And maybe that's what works for them. And who are we to judge anything that anybody does or, makes the decision
Who
to
are
do?
me to judge?
Who are me to judge?
Like, what's your name? I'm not gay no more.
Who are me? Anyway. Y'all doing all right? Y'all can comment and give us your input on this topic. We'll probably go for like another 3 or 4 minutes.
I thought you were going to say 3 or 4 hours.
Boy, your girl can't do that. But yeah. So this is a good topic. No, I can't handle it. That ain't for me. 3 4 hours. This ain't no radio show.
Radio had commercials in.
Yeah, but they still be on there from 6 in the morning to about 10 in the morning. That's too long. Ain't the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, they had commercials. They had music interludes.
The Breakfast Club. I agree, News. You got to do what works for you.
Exactly.
But you also have to be willing to compromise. There are some things that you shouldn't compromise, but I don't know how to say it, so I don't sound like I'm being harsh. If you have stuff that you got to work on within yourself that you know is prohibiting you from moving to the next step in either a relationship or work or life in any aspect. Maybe you got a bad attitude and you've been told that, but you don't want to work on your attitude. You ain't gonna find fulfillment because nobody wants to deal with your attitude. What worked for you might not work for me, but a bad attitude don't work for nobody. I don't know.
No, hey.
Who wants to be with somebody that's mad all the time?
Hey, listen, you got some people they love that.
To be with somebody that's mad all the time?
Well, people with bad attitudes not mad all the time. They just got bad attitudes, but the right person.
But when I say bad attitude, I mean like you just nasty.
Oh, I mean,
for no reason. You're just mean.
Somebody.
News said he's not entertaining another relationship until he's ready to trust again. That's a big part of relationships. It's trust. Yeah, that's the main part. Is trust.
That's good because don't rush into nothing.
That's the main part.
Don't rush into nothing just because it seemed good. I like your vibe.
Like people just
we vibing right now.
Vibe. That vibe might feel good for a little bit, and then
it'd be hard. I feel like I'm glad like trying to date right now. It's hard.
I feel bad for y'all.
Hey man,
I got mine. I feel bad for y'all. The dating pool is just.
Well, I think social media messed it up.
It's terrible. I really do feel bad for like single people that's trying to find somebody and they can't. I feel bad. God blessed me with mine and I'm happy. You can't have him. But you can get your own. And hopefully you find your own one day or another. Josh, I do agree with that you can't turn love on and off like a water faucet, but at the same point what we were saying earlier, that you can love somebody all day long, but that might not mean that that's the love for you. So like if you have like an ex who you were in love with, and we've all been there, you still love them. You can't, like you said, you can't turn it on and off. You still love them, but that just wasn't the love for you. That love didn't fulfill you the way you needed it to. And when we say love is a choice, it's like you get up every morning and you choose to love the person that you're with. If it is a gift, love is a gift, and God did give it to us. It's an amazing gift, and God loves us, so he puts love in us to give to others, but we make that conscious decision to choose to open our heart and love somebody. That's the way I view it.
Mm-hmm. I said, and that's it. Well, okay, so the definition of lust. Lusting after someone's like, oh man, I like the way she look, I like how she do, blah blah blah. And I get that. I mean, it can get confused at times.
I agree.
But I think that's why it's important to yeah, it can be abstract. That's why it's important. It's I don't know, it's difficult to explain, man. You can't really pinpoint. That's like when somebody said, "Oh, well, how'd you know your wife was the one, or you wanted to marry your wife?" You can give an answer, but my answer is not going to be the same as the next man. Or if I was like, in the beginning, I was like, well, I can't really explain how I knew it was time. I just knew. He's like, oh, you just knew. It's like, I can't explain it. You just know. And to say like, oh, was it love or lust?
I feel like lust for me, it's just I want what you have to give, and that's it. I only want the sexual part of you. I only want the parts that are going to fulfill me physically.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I feel with lust, is that, oh, you can fulfill me physically, so I'm fine with that. But I know people who have been married for 20, 30, 40 years that have woken up one day and said, I don't love my spouse like I used to. It happens all the time. And that's why I feel like when Dominique said love is a choice, not a feeling, I think, well, I won't say what he meant by it because that's his opinion, but that's how I see it. And to be in that position, to know people who have been through that, like I said, it may not be like in your heart you have love for that person, but you're not in love with them. And it can go a lot deeper than that. I'm not an expert, but that's just my opinion about it. Mm-hmm. So that's just the way I view it.
Okay. Okay. So what would you say like lust? Like you said, it's the mere surface of the meaning of lust. What would you define lust as, Josh?
Oh, what would be your definition of lust?
Yeah, I like this good dialogue. Get people's
opinions. Josh, don't make me invite you in the room.
Come on in the room. I ain't gonna start singing that again because I ain't remember the rest of the
last words. Time you messed it up, and then we ended up.
Well, who actually knows that whole song? I mean, probably somebody knows.
Somebody knew it. I bet one of our grandmas knew it.
Oh yeah,
somebody grandma know that song.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll wait to see what Josh says about his definition of lust. But like I said, that's my opinion of my definition. If somebody was lusting after me, that's what my definition would be for that.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? I'm just waiting for Josh.
No, I mean, I gotta say, I like this discussion though, because it's bringing up good points. Like everybody have a different outlook on it. Like, you know, some people like Don said, love is a choice, not a feeling. And then Josh said, love isn't a choice. You can't determine who you love. It's a feeling that's natural. It's good. You're gonna have people on both sides.
And love is natural. I agree with that. It's easy to love somebody because love is in us. It's just gauging, being like the question was, love, like having a fulfilled love life. It's gauging that. It's saying, okay, well, I love this person, but am I fulfilled? Because I can love you all day long, but if I'm not fulfilled, then I'm missing out on something. And so are you.
Yeah.
So, make sure we didn't miss anything. Any comments?
I think
we've been keeping up with it pretty well.
Them
Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like, this has been a good discussion. I feel.
First one.
Yeah. First of many.
So we're trying to figure out if we do a few things while we see if he's still on here or not. But while we're waiting, few announcements. So we're looking at Monday, shooting for Mondays for the day for us to be doing this. At 8:00 Eastern time, because we're in Texas, so we're an hour behind. So it'll be 8:00 for everybody that's in Florida on the East Coast. 7:00 anybody that's not that's in Central Time Zone. Looking at Monday, like I said, Monday's at 8. We're gonna go live. We're always gonna go live on here. And the plan is to record this and put it on YouTube so people can go watch it on YouTube if they ever want to go back and watch one. Also, we want to make it like we said, it's a podcast, so we want to put it on like Apple Music or Spotify so people can download it and listen to it. If you don't watch it, you want to watch it, you can watch it so you can see us while we're doing this. You listen to it, you listen to it in the car, or listen to it while you're walking around, or working, or whatever the case is. We want to try to make this a good thing, like where we talk about different stuff, not just, like I said, it's not even going to be about just married stuff or just love or relationships. It's going to be about a broad spectrum of things.
That was just today's topic.
Because wind down means you just you're chilling, and this is stuff like when it's not busy, we sit down and talk to each other about different things like this.
Yeah.
So we felt like, well, we can like make it into a show.
Healthy conversation.
So we can have everybody like coming in, and people can drop their opinions if they have an idea of something that they want us to talk about or they want to hear about, and they can put that on there. So we're just happy that it's starting to get going.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, we've been doing this because we had a YouTube like a year ago. I went on there the other day. Been a year since the last video we posted. So that was fun when we did that. We was recording videos really and vlogging and whatnot. So we're looking forward to it. Ready for it to really get up and going. Looking for everybody to come support. Share it live. We got 15 comments, so that's
share
good.
Live. One share won't cost you a dime or even a penny. Anybody else want to add anything that came in, or anybody else have a comment or a question? We about to wrap it up. So, but it was really nice talking with y'all. It's gonna be a good thing. I think it's gonna be great. Like I said, next week we'll have something different that we'll talk about. Another topic that we'll touch on, and of course, y'all are always invited to give the way you feel and things like that. Today's program is brought to you by
Roscato.
Roscato.
Sweet red limited edition Italia.
It's pretty good and it's very inexpensive. So hit up your local. Y'all got Publix back at home. We got HEB here in Texas, but y'all got Publix, Walmart.
Publix.
How you say it?
No, I was saying like some people, they say, I don't know how they do it, but they do Publix, like with public with an S on the end.
Publix.
No, I'm saying like you saying Publix with an X. But I'm saying some people, they say it plural. I don't know how to say it plural.
Publix's.
don't say it like that. It just takes somebody that I've heard say it. They have to say it that way.
Publix's.
They have to-
Publix.
That might be it. I don't know.
Publix. Anyways, hit up your local liquor store or grocery store because you ain't got to go to the liquor store to buy wine. You can go to the grocery store. And that's it.
So
That's it. That's all.
we'll be seeing y'all. Like I said, we'll put it on Facebook. We'll announce it. Whether it's gonna be next week or the week
or
after.
the week after.
But yeah, we'll be keeping y'all informed and everything. So just stay tuned to all our socials. We'll be making a page this week for Wind Down with the Wilsons. That way,
Yep.
we can go live straight from the page, and y'all can go on there and see, a little behind the scenes. Or we make, we got TikTok. Oh, we got TikTok too.
Yes, I was gonna say
TikTok
that.
is Wind Down with the Wilsons. Y'all make sure you go follow that. I put the link in the comments. That way, y'all
Don't
can
miss
follow it.
out. And don't be like, oh, I didn't know. So we'll keep posting it though, so y'all can have the link to go straight to the page to be able to add it.
That way, nobody can say.
Yeah.
Nobody can
Nobody
say
can
they
say,
didn't
oh,
know.
I didn't know. Y'all be quick to do that. Y'all be like, oh, I didn't know. You knew. You knew. Oh, he's putting in the TikTok.
Well, it's not the link, but it's the name.
It's the name. So you can go back and look at the name. We almost done.
Ooh.
We wind y'all up just to wind you back down.
Josh must have got off. I was waiting to.
Maybe
That's
he'll add it later.
All right, he was getting good with
Yeah.
he was getting the points across. Good. Yeah, if you think about something, just comment on it. If you wanna, I lost my train of thought.
Cause he just sitting over here talking,
Yeah.
babbling.
All right, we about to get off.
Well,
here,
cheers
y'all.
out.
So, thank you.
Look at mine compared to his. Don't.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.